No anthem, by the way, just so you guys know.
Welcome into Veterans Memorial Stadium here in Snohomish, Washington for the 3A state semifinal boys lacrosse. Welcome in. What a great night. We've got the Bellevue Wolverines and the Snohomish Panthers. Scott Ohsman along with Eric Briggs and Trevor Meldren down on the table, right down at the field level. Eric? Bellevue Wolverines, they have been here many, many times. They were in the state championship last year and lost to Mercer Island. I could actually repeat that back and forth. They know what they're doing here. For the Snohomish Panthers, this is something new, being in the semifinals, trying to play for a chance to play on Saturday.
This is huge. They've played each other 4 times in a row. It's great. This is the first time I think they've played in the semifinals together. So this is going to be a huge deal. Both coaches are very excited about their teams, both young teams. So this will be a great battle.
Snohomish in the home whites, as you see on your screen, and the Bellevue Wolverines there facing here on this one. It is a beautiful spring night here in downtown Snohomish, and both teams coming in, they've been up and down. Eric, you talked to the head coaches down before the game. Bellevue coming in 5-3 in conference, 10-7 overall. Mercer Island 7-1, and Snohomish and the Wesco coming into this game just 5-3. Glacier Peak 8-0, but they are out of the playoffs in the 4A. They lost to the Curtis, and Curtis playing tonight Mount Si. At Mount Si as we get ready to go. Our officials real quickly: John Brigham, Todd King, and Nate Regan. And we should be ready for some great high school boys lacrosse.
This is Rob Taff was talking. Coach Rob Taff for Snohomish was talking. He's got to control it right here. Justin Lee is their best GFO for number 7 for Bellevue. We saw him last year.
We did in the championship.
And there he gets the ball.
Brian Acosta in white 22, but Lee has it. He's going to go right to the heart of the matter. Swings and hits.
They wasted no time on that one.
Seconds off the clock, and Lee, which now in the high school, what do you tell your defense there for Snohomish?
Telling the defense is a hard thing to do in that one. That's the power of such a good face-off guy. I was watching him in warm-ups, and he has such an aggressive, quick pinch and pop where he gets that ball out so quick. The wings can't help. Defense can't even help when the attackmen slide over. There's just nothing really much they could do. And here he goes, gets it again. He's running.
Here he comes
making that
down.
top defender slide, rotate.
This
Great
time,
save.
yeah, big save there by Grayson Schroeder, the junior goalie. And here we see Snohomish, the Panthers, time to get going here. Panthers have some momentum. They've got some power themselves. But getting to know them. Hudson Smith, the junior. It's going to stay Snohomish ball.
Nice shot there. Good
Stansberry
save.
Goes at it, but it's saved as Bellevue turns it away, and now they'll see what Snohomish has in the ride here. Turnover in the midfield. Snohomish gets Boston.
Possession.
Curling, looking, tries a little bouncer, and it sneaks through. And we're all tied. Boston Ceseda.
Captain, junior.
They've tended to do a 3-3 zone, which means they have 3 people kind of deep over for people to able to clear it. After he got it, went back around, just beat the guy one-on-one. He attacked opposite, and just a goal. Easy as that.
Lee gets another face-off for Bellevue. Great to have up here up north. Our great talent scout, Eric.
It's who you surround yourself with.
Tie ball game. Bellevue, if you just joined us, right off the jump. Lee hit it first right off the X and had a goal within seconds, and Snohomish just came back and tied it up. Glad you're with us here at STSPN. We'll have all the state championships on Saturday live from Starfire. There's a shot and a miss wide. That was from Halen Ritzer, the junior midi.
Yeah, so one of Coach Andy's comments was they got to keep that ball moving, keep it out of that stick. We'll see how they're doing. They did a pretty good job there.
26 in blue, Rory Ritchie. We know he can shoot and score. He had a spectacular night in the championship. He's one of their leading goal scorers. He gets it off, driving, wide left, shot there by Beckett Ritzer. And the Ritzer boys getting into it. Beckett, the freshman.
Grayson isn't giving him any holes to shoot at.
Nate Weingart to Coach Andy Matthews, a younger Bellevue team this year. Overcome some stuff last year. Remember starting 2-8 and then getting to the state championship. They go down to Mercer, but it's quite a feat last year. Is ball down here behind the cage. Driving, slipping. Still the ball's down. Through there, good job by the goalie Grayson Schroeder to get in the way.
Yeah, Schroeder for us was kind of a problem too. He's, big goalie. Kind of found his weak spot was low later in the season, but kid's a big body. He definitely fills up that net.
Big turnover, number 14.
Yeah, Boston Saseda. He needs a ring camera. He got absolutely taken over there. Trevor, where's the help?
Yeah, it was definitely not a well-executed clear.
Oh,
we got
but
another shot
he
here.
gets it back. Here comes Boston.
Second chances. That's why he's number 2.
Saseda banging it all the way down. White. He gets it off. Ball down now. Defense with some trail checks coming to play. The long poles.
Back to the goalie.
And it gets back to Bellevue. Fast break. Tatum.
Got numbers. Oh,
good
great
save there. Schroeder.
He had him dead to right.
Stick to stick.
What do you think, Meldrum? Should that gone one more, or you think that was a good shot?
I thought it was a good shot. I think Schroeder's just got the juice today.
Yeah.
He's on top of his head so far.
There's no holes.
No, there's nothing out there.
Mason Stanberry, 27 in white. Now he'll pull it back.
There's the lone scene.
Brody, 9, going to look over. Snohomish, some changes here over the last few years for head coach position, but done a great job. That shot is wide back, and it'll stay with Snohomish. Hudson Smith picks it up. Just the first quarter. Smith turns, tries to no look behind the back. He's stopped immediately. Depot picks it up. Oliver Sharp, the senior, and he gets it into the attack mode. Big swing there by the Depot.
Hey, heads up over there.
Bo Strom, and we talked about Bo Strom, the junior, last year. He was formidable all year and in that championship game.
Creates a lot of turnovers. Gets down the field really quick. I don't think he'll be missing that shot again if he gets another chance.
Ritzer, Beckett with it.
Right now,
looking like
now they're definitely in a man.
They should be doing a quick slide. That's what Coach was saying they were going to try to do in the early stages. Try to cut that quickness from Bellevue.
Beckett throws it down, and that one's cut off by a defender before it gets to the goalie, and it'll stay Bellevue ball. It's in the stick of Hallen Ritzer, the junior. So many Ritzers on the Bellevue roster. Big check there by 9. Strant for Snohomish. Halen gets it back off now to Beckett. Coming around, 4:29 left to go in this first quarter. Semifinals. Mercer. Beckett kind of tries to slip it behind.
Oh, no.
Schroeder's there. Another shot from out wide. That's Teo Tagavilla. And Snohomish taking on some fire squads here.
Yeah, they're getting some good looks. They're just not able to put them away.
Yeah, Bellevue's just got to kind of tone it in with their shots here. They're getting great looks, but
Mhm.
we're sending them high every time. We need to start putting them on the ground or something new. Got to change up this goalie.
And we got a flag down. Working that side of the crease. Now they come from up top.
It's like that's going to be a slash, I think.
Halen Ritzer. Back around. Can he get his hands free? Oh, and he's back checked. Picked the pocket. Ball still down. Now they try to scoop it in. And here will come the penalty.
Sounds like we got a slash on 18. Looked like he didn't quite connect with any hand or stick. It sounded like it was in the arm, maybe even some of the back.
Yeah, got a 1 minute slash penalty. You're right.
That's on 8. We got a man up opportunity here. Back out now. Here's Rory Ritchie. And watching. And he puts it high to high, and there you go. Beckett Ritzer gets into the semifinal game here with a big goal, and they're up 2-1.
Yeah, that was just great, great man-up ball movement. One guy cut down the center, pulling that defender out. All he had to do was pass it right back to where that defender was at. Now there's no defender, and he just was wide open for like
The squad. And we're back at X. And here's Lee again. Boy, he has won every single face-off. They go quickly. Ritchie! A little hook and juke, and he puts it through. Boy, the fast break is working.
That was a beautifully executed. Took him to slide out, pass the ball, got to the open side crease, shot. Goal.
I'll tell you what, from a coach's perspective, the most frustrating thing is when you can't do anything to stop their face-off guy. And as you can tell right now with Snohomish, they're decided to put a pole against him to try to slow him down. But if you get a good face-off guy that pinch and pops like number 7 does, it's hard to stop the ball and it's hard to get the ball.
Yeah, they're going to put Grant Smith, long stick midi, defender, number 33 in white in here to see if he can get a different outcome.
He's got some pretty good stats, though, for a sophomore. 2 goals.
But Lee gets the better of him one more time, but he's going to throw it away. Trying to get over to Weingartner, Hank Weingartner. Weingartner, excuse me.
Yeah, that's the goal with putting a pole on the face-off is just try to cause havoc like that, make that face-off. Oh, and it gets turned back over.
Boston loses it. And back with it are the Wolverines. Hank Weingartner there. And they'll wait here to change out, and they'll get it back over. Sean Dillon, the sophomore midi, number 5 in blue. But if you look at Bellevue, it's Rory Ritchie, Beckett Ritzer, Nate Weingartner, Halen Ritzer. Those are their top scorers and assists. Ball down. And Bellevue, that's the other thing, those 50-50 balls. Jake Terry, 27, comes up with it, but here comes Ritchie. Loses it on the ground, a chance for Snohomish to get it. And there's whistles.
Loose ball push.
Ritchie will get a shot clock in the high school game. 2:02 left to go here, or just under 2 in this first quarter. Scott Ohsman, Eric Briggs, Trevor Meldrum with you here from Veterans Memorial Stadium in Snohomish. And boy, the weather cleared in time, gentlemen.
It's beautiful.
It has been not as
there
pleasant.
you
That
go.
one's kind of a half shot there.
I think he was looking for the pass.
Yeah, by Dillon.
Yeah, he was
Grace?
definitely trying to pass through X, but kind of forgot about the goalie.
Yeah,
I don't
he's
know how
like-
you do that,
I
but he
don't know.
forgot about the goalie.
He's faster than he looks.
Johansson gets it back, and this is the ride in the clear. It's been a problem for the Panthers, and this time Bellevue comes up one more time, and now they get it back. Checked out of the stick of Preston Hancock, the sophomore, and Bellevue retains it. Snohomish has got to
Quick
clean
whistle.
up the midfield, don't they, Trevor?
Yeah, we gotta too much hero ball being played, trying one man clear it up the field. You gotta work together. As soon as you draw two, you gotta flip the field. You gotta send that ball to the other side where the defense isn't.
Now there's some conversation here.
Stall some time. Yeah, that's Rob Taft, Coach Rob Taft. I think he's telling his team that, you know, they're going to wait, run down the clock,
Yeah.
hold your man.
Under 30 seconds here, and they can just hold it and go. Now Richie's going to take it. They're going to take a shot, and they do! And it goes in. A long ranger, Jake Terry, gets into the fold. Sophomore.
Yeah, I think they huddled a little bit too low. What do you think, Trevor?
Yeah, that was just a simple 1-4-1 is what they call it. One guy up top, 4 across center, 1 at X, and then they did what's called a Dumbo, which is a double mumbo. Outside guys come set a pick for the inside. Inside guys roll out, and it's just easy as that for a little 10-yard. It was great offense.
Seconds left here. Another face-off by Lee.
That's
He
fine.
is just well timed and needed. 3 goals is the difference. We end the first quarter. We'll head to the second semifinal state championship.
Swick is an and that's the guy. In the end, no important, honest brotherhood, and that's what matters.
I got to go find the.
All right, back here, Scott Ohsman, Eric Briggs, Trevor Meldrum with you here on STSPN, our coverage of high school boys lacrosse. It's the 3A semifinal. They're playing for a chance to win and play on Saturday, Eric, to reach, we don't know, Ballard, the Beavers, the mighty Beavers are playing Mercer Island and that. And then we already have the TSPN, Mercer Island and that. And then we already have the TSPN, O'Day here. O'Day here.
Trevor, what'd you hear down during the quarter?
Slide, and then guys, that was pretty.
The quarter.
Slide, and then guys, that was pretty much what Bellevue was adjusting.
Nice.
Treat back a little. 9 assists though.
Zone there.
There's a shot. Low to low there.
Zone there.
There's a shot. Low to low there by Halenritzer, and it's off the toe and pipe of Schroeder.
Great toe save.
As the lights come on here. Late start here tonight, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Richie goes in. It's chopped down by a Panther, and it rebound comes right back into a Bellevue stick. And that's just been how it's going.
Cleared the penalty.
Now we're even.
Yeah, Bellevue didn't really get any rotation or movement going on with that man-up play. Kind of a wasted man-up play, I'd say.
Now it looks like they're trying to set something else up. Richie near the 30-yard line, far side. Now he brings it back down. Turns in. Ooh, behind the back try. Nothing there for Carter Kaysen. And Snohomish had it, but now they don't.
They have failure to clear there. That was a bad move.
And that's been plaguing them here in the early going.
They got to keep possession. That was one thing Coach Taft was saying. Got to keep possession. They got to stop the momentum of Bellevue, and that's not going to help.
3 goals is nothing. Working
Close
on
game.
Yeah, working on that side now. Let's see which side they like. There's a long range shot way downtown by Halenritzer.
He's got a great sidearm.
Yeah.
Yeah, Snohomish really just needs to clean up their clear game, and then they'll start to fall back on offense. But just trying to push the middle and run through a triple team isn't going to do them any help to get that ball back. Let's see what we can do here.
There we go. They got a turnover there.
Yeah, Schroeder, good way.
Easy does it.
Yeah, it just seems like they're kind of panicking out here on the clear. As soon as a Bellevue guy gets pick on, they all kind of...
Right there to Weingartner. The pass was not perfect and
Luck
couldn't
was
handle
on
it.
Snohomish side.
What's that?
Luck was on Snohomish's side there.
Yeah, yes. So, yeah, it reminds me of basketball and just taking on He is taking on defenders. Look at him. He's that one.
Yeah,
Got a-
one was a little over aggressive there, got a cross-check penalty, and broke his stick in the process.
That'll make every parent happy.
There goes another
There goes-
$150.
Easy.
But Trevor, don't you like it? The fact you almost get better in your rhythm. You calm down once you get your pads into somebody like that.
Oh, dude, there's nothing like it. If you have
Snohomish here, the Panthers with a good set now. Now run it, but a tough pass. He can't hang on. Snohomish crowd here, the local crowd, and for Snohomish.
Rhythm.
There's a step down right down Broadway. Brody Strant, the Capitan, brings it within 2.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys could recognize there, but Bellevue's actually just straight up locking number 3 off. He was chasing him around X, so that was making it a 5-on-4 man up, which is kind of a different situation that teams might not practice before, but Snohomish definitely took advantage. Snohomish still doesn't quite have an answer for the face, so we're going 33.
Yeah, but Lee, look at the box out. Teammates a 2-goal game. Let's go down to Trevor. We got some stick talk.
Stick on Bellevue.
Yeah, I was watching.
Getting stick on shift change right now.
Did that change, Trevor? Was it 3 minutes before? I remember it being like 3 minutes before. Did they change that recently?
I don't know exactly, but from head-to-head anything can be up to the ref as to how much time they want to serve. So I am unsure about the stick rule though.
A great opportunity here to turn the mojo for the Panthers here on their home turf. They go deep inside. The ball's still in play.
Snohomish really needs this.
And Bellevue comes along with it. But a errant pass, a sloppy pass, still the ball down. And finally, Carter Kaysen comes up with it, and we got a whistle.
Might be a timeout.
Looks like we do have a timeout. Not sure who took it. I would say Bellevue, correct?
Yeah, Bellevue had the ball, so it got to be Bellevue timeout.
Yeah, that was a high IQ coaching timeout. When all that chaos, get the ball, control the game, call timeout.
Settle down, boys.
Snohomish has just a great opportunity there to get a settled offense. They kind of made a pass. That guy was in a lot of traffic. He had a double, which again could create opportunities. But that's just they can't quite get what they want. They had a good play the last time there, but they were trying to go into big Cash Jackson, the sophomore, who's a big body, but he couldn't handle it.
And that's Bellevue's, main thing is to put pressure on instantly and fast to make you're either going to make a good choice or you're going to make a bad choice. And Snomish's youth, they're taking a chance on that youth and inexperience, and it's paying off for them.
Yeah, I'd be telling Snohomish if I was coach right now, you guys need to not grip your sticks so tight right now. This ball's dropping in and out of their sticks. They're a little frantic. They just got to relax a little bit and get in their groove.
What do you think about pulling it back? Instead of trying to drive forward, just pull it back a little bit.
Oh, when in doubt, always pull out. If you got a double team, you always got to reverse it, send it backwards, get it to the open guy. If you're ever doubled, the last thing I want to see as a coach is you trying to fight through that double.
Yeah, don't swim.
Well, Bellevue, Beckett Ritzer, who's already got 1 goal tonight, trying to send him to Saturday. They're going to pull it out wide here and purvey the field.
Yeah, they got to start doubling them up. There you go.
And now they hit the double, and they do get the turnover.
Bellevue was just trying to kill their penalty back there,
Yeah.
run it behind X, kill some clock. Unfortunate turnover for them.
Long pass, but it's scooped up, picked out of the sky. Great catch there by Mason Stansberry. And here comes Snohomish, try to make it a 1-goal game. Again, you like the intensity, Trevor. I can see the urgency, but you also have to kind of balance that with just calm, collected passes.
So you want to find your shorties. You don't really want to dodge the poles or anything like that. And especially this man-up situation where one guy locked at X, they all of a sudden got to figure out some sort of 5-man man-up play and come up with to produce.
Now that's a shorty on shorty, a big bouncer from deep.
Yeah.
Stansberry. It'll go wide. It'll stay Snohomish with under 5 to go here in the first half. And that's Brody Strand again
The senior.
with his second, and we have a 1-goal game.
Well, they wasted no time with that one.
Yeah, that's the beauty of a big face dodge. You get there, X guy dodges up, passes it up, all the defense is rotating up towards you. You throw that stick high in the air, hide it from them, run right by, then dunk it at 8 yards. That was great.
That's a great dodge there. He kind of put his foot in the ground. He had the defender leaning, and he took advantage of it right away. Now here's Lee back to work. Boy, he has been absolutely perfect tonight. Long pass here. Bellevue now hasn't scored a goal here in a few minutes. 4-3.
Yeah. 2 for Snohomish. 2 unanswered.
4:20 in this first half as lights come on, as the sun goes down here in Snohomish.
That's one of Coach Andy Matthews' comments was, sometimes you'll see him, his team get on fire, and then other times you'll see him just kind of hold back and kind of lose their, need to find their momentum again.
Switch it up here. The Wolverines trail check there. Nice job by Grant Smith for Snohomish. Here come the Panthers. The captain, Brody Strant, with it. Puts it into safe hands, and here we go. Could we tie it up?
This would be a huge juice goal for Snohomish right now. This close going into halftime.
There it is!
There it is.
Step down, low to high. Hudson Smith evens it all up.
The beauty of changing your planes on a shot, going to that crazy underhand to a high shot, that's so much height difference for goalies to have to track. It makes it real difficult.
Yeah, the defense.
Bit more effort here. Grant Smith doing a great job for Snohomish, but Bellevue, and talking about all night, he was good last year, and he's come in tonight, Eric Briggs, and shows you what's there. Not even Fogo, he's top face.
Possessions he won alone in that game kept Bellevue.
Up top now, spin, put them on top again. Ball goes way to the fence.
Just about an inch to the inside, and that was in. That was a close shot.
Vaughn Ederer, he played a lot last. Deep roster. There's a step down, and it connects. Finally, Beckett gets one to go through again, his second of the night, and just like that, Bellevue 1-goal lead.
Yeah, he was just he just manned up on his opponent defender there and just took him to the hole and got his hands free and took a great shot.
Yeah, that's got to be one of the most unstoppable moves in lacrosse these days, is that dodge to a rollback to a shot. Like, there's very little you can do about that unless.
Yeah, and he was up a little bit higher, so there was no help for him.
It's kind of like that. Here comes Strant and caught up to the board here. It's 2:30, starting at 10:30 a.m. It'll be Snohomish or Bellevue against Mercer Island or Ballard. And then at 1:30, Eric and I also will be on that one, the 4A championship going on there. We got Curtis playing Mount Si. We got.
I mean, Curtis has done a great job this year. I mean, they had a great game against Glacier Peak. Trevor's shaking his head.
Rubbing salt on an open wound there, brother.
hey, I'm a huge Glacier Peak fan, but
I would hope so.
Yeah, but Curtis had the numbers.
Put up, ready to play. Boys gave a great effort though. Great season overall. Great season.
Michael Burketta. Shoot, I can't.
Michael Bruchetta, Justice. He was a big player this year. Our senior Torben, who hit 200 points in a game or in high school career, and he hit 100 goals.
Isn't that the most out of GP?
I can not confirm nor deny because I haven't seen the stats, but he is definitely top 3. The only other person I'd say might have it over him is Ryder Wilkinson, who graduated.
I was just going to say, we did a lot of Ryder Wilkinson's game. The other matchup to play in that 4A championship, Bothell and Eastlake.
That'll be a good game.
And that should be it. That was a 7 p.m. start. Should be well on its way. We'll get our clock going here for you. Snohomish back in possession, see if they can tie it up one more time. They came back from a 4-1 deficit. Up top, Hudson. Back around. There's almost a step down. Tough angle, but he finds it. The corner. Cash Jackson uses his height, and he gets it top shelf.
Sophomore.
That's a crazy no angle goal. Running down, the second pair of eyes on his stick, he was probably parallel with those posts going down, and goalie just read it bad. But that was a great spot for that shot.
Yep, hands free, open. You know, you can take a shot like that. Goalie wasn't ready.
I mean, that I would say it's an open layup, Trevor, but that was a janky angle he had to go at.
Oh, dude, it's if you can get the stick twist over, it's a good look. But he was definitely running out of angle there. One more step, and that was not it.
I did, I failed geometry, but that was that was a clever move.
Got to be deceptive in the game. Got to be deceptive.
Tied up again at 5.
Hank Weingartner helping out his buddy there at faceoff.
Yeah, Bellevue comes up with it again. Time running out on our board. It's 1:23 on the big board, so I know your screen says 40 seconds. We'll catch up with our board clock as best we can here. Meanwhile,
Turnover.
ball down, another turnover for the Panthers. Boy, Boston Seseda, you got to know where that guy is.
Nope.
This one's
Knocked
checked, though.
down.
Go back to the first one.
Blocked down, and Seseda again comes up with it. Now he clears it to the middle, a tough pass, and it goes back to Bellevue. Oh, my. Long range, and it's stuffed by
Saved.
Schrader. Oh, it's an adventure in the midfield, Trevor.
Yeah, and they have no timeouts right now, so Snohomish is definitely on their heels.
38 seconds to go in the first
Bellevue
half.
timeout.
And now the helter-skelter needs a little meditation, Eric Briggs. They need to calm down.
I need to calm down. I was holding my breath.
Yeah, man, the biggest thing Snohomish needs to be telling their defense right now is, again, Bellevue
Settle.
goes into a 3-3 zone. So when they're clearing and they're dropping back, ball carrier just needs to push right in between two of the zones, and as soon as somebody commits, you just pass it to. I know.
It sounds so easy.
It really does, but apparently it really puzzles kids.
Do you think it's because they're trying to run up that zone versus walk it up and force the slide?
A little bit. Big part of it, I would say, though, is probably just the subbing causes so much confusion and chaos that it's hard to kind of get into a clear, if you will. But they just got to be a little more patient, and they got to stop trying to push box side. Like, there's so much happening over here, so many people in and out. Ball gets knocked out easy, free doubles. You got to push far side when you're clearing the ball.
Well, it's also, again, I mean, I relate a lot of lacrosse to basketball. I know it's soccer.
Yep.
I know there's a lot of things, but in that midcourt, right, they want to push you to the corner. That's what the defender wants to do.
Exactly.
And
They
then-
want to use that sideline as another defender.
Right, but it's also, you cannot throw it back to the middle of the field unless you absolutely have a 90% likelihood it's going to get there.
Middle of the field is scary.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
it is scary. Trevor, come on back closer to our booth here. We're going to lose you. But here, we're back to action with 22 seconds left to go.
We are back to action. We got plugged into hardwire.
Fantastic. We are coming in on a smoking pipe through the interwebs here on STSPN. Far reach. Now I see a little step in Snohomish defense.
Bellevue's going to start moving this ball around. Got 2 seconds left. Nope. Looks like we're going to half tied.
We are going to halftime, all knotted up at 5. Look at the hustle. The crowd approves. We'll be back with more right here. Semifinal 3A state championship. Who's going to play on Saturday right here on STSPN?
McDaniel's Do It Center is located in beautiful Snohomish, Washington. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, they are proud to provide the Snohomish Valley with exceptional hardware, tools, lawn and garden, and sporting goods products. Their commitment to delivering legendary customer service and their outstanding employees continue to make McDaniel's the best and one of the most recognized Do It Best centers in the nation. Stop by and experience for yourself the difference between McDaniel's and the big box stores. Discover why so many people are choosing to shop at McDaniel's. McDaniel's Do It Center is located in beautiful Snohomish, Washington. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, they are proud to provide the Snohomish Valley with exceptional hardware, tools, lawn and garden, and sporting goods products. Their commitment to delivering legendary customer service and their outstanding employees continue to make McDaniel's the best and one of the most recognized Do It Best centers in the nation. Stop by and experience for yourself the difference between McDaniel's and the big box stores. Discover why so many people are choosing to shop at McDaniel's.
Searching for meaning in a relentless world. Always connected, but somehow alone. Trapped by illusion. We offer another path, where the battle to belong begins. Awakened by a calling, united by purpose, defined by the cause you fight for. No one can ever take away what it means to be among the few, the proud, the Marines.
Back here at Veterans Memorial Stadium in Snohomish on the Snohomish Panthers High School campus. Scott Ohsman, Eric Briggs, Trevor Meldrum here with you. And boys, we thought we were in for something at 4-1 Bellevue up, but mighty Panthers came back strong, Eric Briggs.
Yeah, I'm telling you, they Snohomish settled down, got 3 unanswered goals, and stopped Bellevue's momentum. That's what Coach Taft wanted. And then I'm pretty sure Coach Matthews was told his team, you guys need to execute. You guys need to pressure and execute. So that's what's keeping Bellevue in the game too.
Leaning on Brody Strant with 2 goals, but Hudson Smith's been big. And of course, Boston Saceda always been around the ball. And then the last one from Cash Jackson, the big fella, the sophomore, number 88. And for Bellevue, I tell you, it's the Ritzer family. Beckett Ritzer has 2 goals. Rory Ritchie with 1, and Jake Terry also. But then Justin Lee started it off with a quick face-off and score. He took it right to the rack, and that's where we sit 5-5. So we'll see, and it's a good adjustment to go down to Trevor on this face-off. You have to hand out they made a switch, did Snohomish, to Grant Smith, the long pole, and it's worked out.
Yeah, it definitely has. It's kind of the solution you want to do when you have such a dominant face-off, guys. You want to pull there, keep it 50-50, and then just make it a GB scrum. But again, as we see right there, he's just too quick with his hands. Gets it in and out and going Bellevue's way real quick.
And this is kind of how it started here. So Bellevue starting off with the ball here, and Snohomish definitely had the momentum coming into halftime here. So we'll see how Bellevue reacts.
Yeah, I think again, we'll see if the coach's words, that he told me earlier about making sure the ball moves around quickly. Don't keep it in the stick. Just keep the ball moving.
8 p.m. start tonight, but they're going to look to try to play Saturday morning. 10:30 a.m. is the 3A championship, live from Starfire Complex down in Tukwila.
Beautiful complex.
Yeah, who's doing that game?
STSPN will have it. Eric Briggs, myself will be there. Maybe Trevor Meldrum. We don't know. We're working with his agent, trying to negotiate something that's fair and plausible. Right, Trevor?
Yeah. Yeah. We're trying to me and Jeff are trying to make it work.
All right.
He says I got some free time, but yeah, we'll see what we can do.
There's a low shot, try to make a runner. It's caught up on the way to the goalie, but again, Snohomish can't handle the rock coming out of a good defensive transition right there.
They could have got out of a bad situation. That's gonna hurt them, I think. So they gotta again get that Bellevue momentum and get it stopped.
Yeah, they really need to just start committing to one person just legging it out, man. Like that was a 5-yard pass parallel. Like, we just gotta leg that up.
Bouncer tried to
Good
sneak
shot.
one by there.
Good
Was
save.
Teo Tagavilla, and a good save by Schroeder. Schroeder stand up tonight so far. I know he's let 5 through, but he's stood up. Oh, there's an errant pass. A great pick by Teo. 1-on-1. What a stop by Schrader.
Huge save. They needed that. Grayson's keeping them alive for sure.
Weingartner had him dead to rights. And that's a good transition, one of the better ones we've seen tonight, Eric.
Yeah, that was a better solid movement. Go out to the wing and back through and in.
The long pole gets the best. The D on 27 in white. There's Stansberry. Tried to make a pass, and that's why that pole gets it away. And there's another Panther turnover.
Yeah, they got to do a much better job, especially on offense, keeping possession, slow it down, taking the momentum away from Bellevue.
Biggest thing Snohomish needs to start doing is some backdoor cuts on offense. That's what I tell my team whenever teams like Bellevue are pushing out during settled offense stuff. You got to keep them loyal, keep them at bay. You got to do backdoor cuts, keep them honest.
Or make them pay the price, right?
Exactly. That, and it keeps more hands free, make so the Bulls can't be so aggressive and get as many strips as they've gotten so far.
Jake Terry shoots wide, and it'll stay Bellevue ball.
I think the coaches are pretty confident in their team. Not, they look pretty posed from both teams there. So I think they're like what they look. They just need their team to execute.
Ritchie, cross crease pass. We got a whistle
In
down,
the crease.
and he got in the crease. Was that the call?
Yep, crease violation.
Boy, he had Ritchie right there. It was a good dish, but here comes Snohomish.
Yeah, that would have been a perfect time for a behind the back shot right there at that spot he was at in the low angle. That would have been a great opportunity for that.
Costa
That's
gets
one
it.
of your specialties.
Yeah, there you go. Costa gets it back down. Now here, the man pressure here by Bellevue.
Yeah, this is a much better job by Snohomish. Working the ball around, movement. But like Trevor was saying, get that back door.
Big step down there by Boston Ciceda. It's
Might be a slash there or
yeah, it's clogged up. Here comes Snohomish. Good hustle as we have a whistle.
yeah, looks like a slash.
And there we go. Nice job getting him on the mic there, Trevor.
I didn't even think to do that until just now. I'm going to do that again if it happens.
That's why you're hired.
Jake Terry's going to have to take a breather. And again, once again, here's Bellevue and a man up. They scored once in the first half. Snohomish held them on their second man up. All tied at 5, 7:27 left to go here in the third quarter. Who's going to go on and play on Saturday, the winner of Mercer Island Ballard, and trying to get scores, but it is challenging trying to get some info.
You'll have that. You do the 3A and 4A.
Oh,
We are. There's a great pass right in the paint and puts it through. And a great play, and that's Rory Ritchie who connects.
Yep, good sleep move back there. He just had him ball watching and peekabooed in the back and got the goal.
Second score for Ritchie
Yeah, see,
tonight.
he just popped in the back right there. No one was watching him. That's enough.
Yeah, we can't fall asleep
Nope.
on the bottoms. That's what I always tell my kids too. Can't fall asleep when you're on those back corner spots.
Great pass, though, from the top there to thread the needle. And now Bellevue up 6-5. Again, they had a 4-1 lead early in the first quarter. Now there's a violation, a procedure call here on the face-off, and Lee doesn't like it. And Acosta comes up with it.
I think that's the third time he's lost that faceoff.
Yeah, he looks like he was frustrated. He doesn't lose many.
No, he wants 100%.
Boston Ciceda with it on the near side. Go ahead, Trevor.
Yeah, sounds like so on the face-off, there's a bunch of little ticky-tacky rules, and one of them is you can't have a hand touching the plastic on your head, and it sounded like he had his hand on it. Maybe the ref said it before and didn't give him a warning, but hand on the plastic, legal violation, going the other way.
Hudson with it on the top left. Now, see, tried to get an alley. Good defense by Bellevue. Another one. Does it roll in? It goes off the back of the goalie, and it is in for Cash Jackson, cashing in for the second time.
It's wide open on that right-hand side. Took a good, clean look and shot, and got the luck of the roll, as they say.
Luke Ohsman, the goalie, I think he had stopped that initially, and then it just kind of creeped by him after on his back heel almost.
There you go.
There's another look at it.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah, it looked like he stopped it. Yeah.
Has stopped, but it wasn't enough. Rolled in.
Ohsman coming in at 43% save rate. Sophomore goalie. And if you watch Bellevue Lacrosse, they lost a great one who graduated, big number 99, Lombardi last year. As Snohomish comes up with a face-off, this has been rare. A much improved face-off rate here in the second half, Eric Briggs.
Well, they didn't have Lee in on that face-off.
No, they didn't. Keep an eye on that.
Yeah, so this is opportunity right here.
Tried to go low high, did Hudson Smith. That one's too high, and it'll stay Panther ball here. Home Whites loses it, now gets it again. Hudson has one. Go ahead, Eric.
Well, I was just going to say they're being very aggressive, and Snohomish has got to take advantage of that.
Acosta on the rebound tried to step down bouncer. That one didn't work. And here comes Bellevue with a good stop.
We got a flag on the field. Going to go against Snohomish, probably a slash.
Long pole comes up. That's Bo Strom. Again, haven't called his number a lot tonight. It's turnover in the midfield. That's a dead ball, and now we'll get the penalty.
Yeah, that's going to be a slash. He's ref gave him a great example of, hey, that's what you did. Yeah.
Well,
that's how you coach him on the field.
That's right. He's a visual learner.
Yeah, I really thought the ref was going to actually make contact with him on that demo there. I got a little nervous.
He was very passionate about that.
Very.
Officials do a great job. As the sun sets here, just a beautiful setting tonight. A little cooler Wednesday in May. Glad to have you with us here and bring you this great semifinal state matchup here on STSPN.
This is a great game.
All tied up once again. We went into halftime tied at 5-5.
We want to really thank the Wallax for bringing us in here, Snowlax.
Yeah, big time shout out to Snowlax, the boys program here in Snohomish.
There's
Turnover.
Oh, wait, no, that wasn't the senior.
They made this happen for you.
That was Zarek Johansson.
Here comes Strant. He picks it down,
he
tries to
almost
dish
had
it. Ball still up. Now Bellevue has it. Far side, Bo Strom. He's going to take it all the way across the midstripe.
That goal could have been a huge juice goal for Snohomish.
Exactly.
Nothing gets the boys buzzing more than a man down goal.
So
that could have been it.
If you were doing that again, you call you coach here. Do you make that pass, or is that a little too tight quarters?
Honestly, I probably would have rather him shot that. I
Yeah.
think he was within 12 yards. I'd say maybe even 10. That was a better look to probably shoot it. But I'm always a fan of passing up a good shot for a great shot, so I ain't gonna get mad at the kid.
No,
Richie.
it was a good pass opportunity, but yeah, like you said, I probably would have preferred him taking the shot. He's a good enough shot from that distance.
Bellevue trying to break the tie one more time. Down low on the near side.
I like how Snohomish is getting those early slides there, forcing Bellevue to work the ball around.
Richie back up top. Here's Ritzer, and he flame throws it in his third goal tonight. Beckett Ritzer, the freshman.
Yeah, and again, that's what Coach Matthews wanted. He wants that ball moved around really quickly, even though Snohomish was sliding. They were able to move the ball back around the other way, find open man. He had his hands free and a wide open shot. You'll see it right here. See, they get it going back around the opposite way. Snohomish is all cornered up on that one side. He's all alone. Hands free, bullet.
An absolute open alley there, Trevor.
Oh, yeah, that was exactly what you want to see when you're flipping the field like that. You got number 9 who slid all the way to X, and then they Rico him all the way top left, the furthest possible spot. You're able to spin that ball quick enough. You'll get him on his heels. And then again, they go back around, and then for the wide open step down.
Lee back at the X at the spot, but comes up.
Oh!
There's a shot, Hudson!
Now we're talking.
Low to low, left corner, and we're tied once again.
That's a great transition. Again, winning that ball on the face-off, working that ball down to the left-hand side, getting a good look, hands-free, low shot. Beautiful.
Not only that, too, but the mind game that Hudson's putting this goalie in. He's gone high, low to high every time, probably 3-4 shots now. And then right there, decides to put it low, gets the goalie off guard. It's a great job. Way to change up his shot.
That was even a stick side, low there, Trevor, as again, you got to hand it out. Grant Smith, the long pole here, taking on face-offs, but Lee gets in everybody's way. He gets through the core wash.
I think he tried a little bit too hard to get that.
Boy, he was a pinball wizard there, and the ball spit out. There's a long pass. Good connect there, brought down by Stansberry.
I like this clear set that they're doing now. They're kind of zigzagging a little bit, keeping it open. It is a long pass, but the guy's wide open.
Tough pass. It's handled by Hudson. Okay. Got Cash, Jackson, 88, and White there. He's got 2 goals tonight, the big fella. Strand out top now. Settled. This is a much more patient offense, Eric, for Snohomish this half.
Yeah, and that's the key, right? They need to keep possession. Unfortunately, they lost it there.
Yeah,
but
the announcer's jinx.
Yeah.
He throws it in traffic.
Yeah, again.
Ball down. Still ball down.
Looks like Bellevue up.
Bellevue comes up, but it's now free once again. Getting there is Jake Terry, but we have a whistle.
Timeout, Blue.
Timeout, Blue. Great timeout.
Yeah, get them settled down. So that's what we were talking about. That Snohomish offense, they need to slow it down a little bit. Slow the momentum down because Bellevue wants it fast. Snohomish needs to slow that down, but they need to make good passes and get those good shots off. And Bellevue, I think coach is probably going to tell them, hey, look, you guys we want you to go fast, but don't be.
Hey, make good decisions.
Yeah,
You threw it in a double. It was
exactly.
okay.
Yeah.
7-7 under 2 left to go here in the third quarter. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll be back right here on STSPN.
SWCC is an acronym, and it stands for Special Warfare Combatant Craft Crewman.
You know, you can stand across from the guy and say, you know what, he's got your back, and you know that's the guy you're counting on. If something goes wrong, he's going to be there.
In the end, we're fighting for each other.
This is Witch Doctor requesting immediate hot extract.
Here on the team, about 22 of us on the boat. You know them personally, so you know exactly whose life you have in your hands.
Everyone's come together, and everyone's sole mission is to do their job individually as best they can to benefit everyone else on the boats.
I got a brotherhood, and it's a real brotherhood, and it's a loyal and honest brotherhood, and that's what matters.
We're back here. Just under 2 to go in the third quarter. What an unbelievable matchup here. It's been tie-palooza, tied at 7-7. Bellevue.
Oh, there's another turnover.
That's a turnover, and we've seen a lot from both sides tonight.
It's the plays like this Snohomish has to capitalize on to get the advantage they need.
100%.
Simple high pass turnover. They got to clear this ball and do something with it.
Bellevue been excellent on the ride here, causing all kinds of trouble for the Panthers, and they flip the field here and see if they can get a clean clear.
There it is. There you go. See? Time.
Time. 20 seconds, right?
Oh,
yep, 20 seconds, and they did not get it.
Wow.
They did it. They executed beautifully.
It sounded like a fast 20, though.
That was.
It did.
Rory Ritchie, 26 behind the cage at X.
It looks like Snohomish got a glimpse of how to beat their ride, though.
Yep.
As soon as they saw they flipped the field, it was wide open.
I think you're familiar with that ride.
There's a turnaround jumper, no good.
Coach Rexroad used to run that same ride.
Yes, he did.
Jake Terry tried that one. Here comes Bellevue back one more time. Under a minute to go in the third. Who's going to play Mercer Island or Ballard on Saturday morning right here on STSPN? Top shelf left. 36 seconds left, running out of time.
Bellevue's not moving the ball around as like they were doing earlier, so not sure if they're changing their game plan.
Left, steps, checks, doubled. Still hangs on. Carter Kaysen. Ritchie, 14 seconds. Retreats back, 8, 6. Got to take a shot.
Save.
It's saved by Schrader.
And it looks like we're going into the fourth quarter all tied up.
Unbelievable. The local crowd here, Snohomish Panther, they love what they're seeing. We head to the fourth tie ball game.
Goalie is doing one heck of a
McDaniel's
job.
Do It Center is located in beautiful Snohomish, Washington. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, they are proud to provide the Snohomish Valley with exceptional hardware, tools, lawn and garden, and sporting goods products. Their commitment to delivering legendary customer service and their outstanding employees continue to make McDaniel's the best and one of the most recognized Do It Best centers in the nation. Stop by and experience for yourself the difference between McDaniel's and the big box stores. Discover why so many people are choosing to shop at McDaniel's.
Bellevue, Snohomish, Eric Briggs,
Holy
you
moly.
couldn't ask for anything more.
Unbelievable.
And a big shout out to a former Snohomish Panther, Mason Orgill.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah, all the Snohomish fans are out. I mean, this is great. They've got a great young team here, and they're holding it out. And if you're not here, you're missing it. Hopefully, you're watching it on STSPN.
Yeah, call somebody, text somebody.
Yep.
Slide into their DMs, Trevor, and get them on here.
I've definitely already hit up the GP coaches chat. They're already clowning on me a little bit for some of my comments, but it's all right.
Fantastic.
Hey,
We
that's
welcome.
because they're not here. They're jealous.
We welcome.
Exactly. That's what I said.
Trevor, this is your inaugural flight. You're doing an awesome job. We're happy to have you.
Happy to be here.
Face off. It is
number 4.
Got by Brady Beck, the junior. Haven't called his name yet. And Bellevue with another chance here
All right, let's
to take the lead.
Let's see how the coach talked him down, got him back into their game. They need to start swinging that ball around. They do it the best when they start swinging that ball around and get it reversed.
Beckett Ritzer has the hat trick tonight for 50 in blue. One of the hot hands here.
I think they're looking for the matchup here.
Back out.
Might have found it right there.
Checking it. Now turning, spinning.
Good fast slide, but now they need to work the ball around fast.
Yeah, Ritzer gets it to Teo. Teo back around. Now they're flying it.
Oh.
Beckett thinks about it. Now he shoots, and it's too high and stays Bellevue ball.
I think he was trying to get a better look up top, but he should have probably slung it the first time he got it.
Yeah, it looks like whatever coach said at a halftime got Bellevue kind of back on the tracks. They're definitely Oh, and there it is. Nifty little backhand shot coming from back.
Don't fall asleep on him.
Yep. That'll do it.
I mean, he pretty much just walked up there and said, thank you.
Nate Weingartner, that's a veteran savvy move for the senior as he gets his first goal tonight, and he puts Bellevue on top 8-7. That was a sneaky, sneaky move.
Oh, yeah. He had him asleep. He just walked in and dropped the ball off in the deposit box.
Oh, my. That's cold-blooded. Coming in behind. Nobody sees you coming.
Ninja style.
That was sniper-esque. Lee getting banged down. A big hit. He loses it. Takes another hit, but Bellevue comes up with it anyway. Hank Weingartner, the senior.
Yeah, Bellevue's holding tough on those faceoffs. That's what they need. They need those possessions, and then they need to hold it, pace at their pace, their momentum.
That's a huge hustle play by 7. Taking the 2 hits, coming off like it didn't even affect him, letting the coach pick him up real quick, and he's ready to get right back to work.
Tail on the far side. Here's Rory. Richie gets it back out. Kaysen, 22 in blue, working from behind the cage.
I think they're looking for their matchup again.
Now they're moving the ball. Tail thinks about it. Looking for a move. He shoots and it bounces through Schrader and in, and Bellevue takes a 2-goal lead.
I think that was a zone read he played there and just went from the long to the short pole, got his hands free, and goalie couldn't see it coming around.
Yeah, that's the beautiful thing about a two-man game. As soon as you get some sort of pick action or something, you get the defense caught off guard, you can get that step or two separation to be able to shoot that ball coming over top.
Work cut out here now for the Panthers.
Tell you what, though, nobody does the two-man game like Justice and Michael from GP. Those two kids are really good at the two-man game. I got to give it to them.
Big flags come up as Hank Weingartner gets it one more time. And now we have a player down, and that's Lee.
That's going to be illegal cross-check. Looked like that was high in the back of the neck.
Yeah, Justin Lee, hope he's all right.
Yeah, I'd expect a locked-in penalty here, just a heads up.
And here he comes over.
They've got an illegal body check.
2 minutes, full time. Yet again, another full-time penalty. First one was on Bellevue, but now we're on Snohomish, and kind of a worse spot.
That's actually going to hurt Snohomish, right?
Very much
Gives the momentum to Bellevue.
Being locked in the box, 2 minutes in the fourth quarter, down by 2, not a good situation for Snohomish at all.
Well, let's see what the Snohomish slides and zone do here.
If Bellevue capitalizes, this is going to be tough to come back from.
9:49 left to go in the game. Snohomish has come back a few times already tonight, down 4-1 early, tied it up 5-5 at half. We've been even until just recently. Now Bellevue with 2 big goals and with a chance to push it to more here. Man up situation. As there is trouble there inside.
They got to regroup.
They come back out.
Yeah, this is these scatter situations. You got to make sure you know you're matched up.
There's a shot, side pocket. Call it 4 goals for Beckett Ritzer.
Yeah, and that's just classic. You know, it's the scatter, like you said, and they didn't get back where they needed to be, and so they couldn't slide out. And he just took a good angle, and that's how the goal goes in the back of the net.
Yeah, it's a lot harder to get matched up from a scramble situation when you're man down rather than when you're even with sixes. If you're even, all you got to do is go find somebody. But now you're man down. You got to know where the ball's at, where the open zone is, where the next guy's going to be. So there's a lot more panic going on out of that.
And Bellevue does a great job of not crowding inside. They take that extra space so they can get wide open looks.
Yeah.
Now Acosta back at the X, and he gets it from the spot in the face-off. But now he's got trouble. He's got 2 on. Nice job getting back.
Best thing Snohomish can do right now is carry this ball to X, kill whatever's left on this penalty, and get back to even sixes.
Bellevue not giving up any of their pressure. Hudson drives in. Now he goes back. Good pass.
Oh.
Good catch, and another one for Cash
Talk
Jackson.
About going to sleep. Bellevue did go to sleep there. They were looking for Snohomish to go to X. Put him to sleep, had the guy come up top on crease, gave him the ball. There's nothing but net.
Great pass by Hudson, and throw out the hats for Cash Jackson, the sophomore. 3 goals in this state semifinal game.
Yeah, Cash is taking it to the bank.
Yeah, this could be one of those huge momentum shift changes right now. I talked about it earlier when one of the teams almost had it, but that was a man-down goal. Defense had the man up, and that's juice. That gets the boys on the sideline going. That gets the boys in whites hype. We'll see how Blue responds.
Still man up for Bellevue. Big time battle at the face-off. Sticks down. Ball's out.
There might be a loose ball push. Going Bellevue.
Oh, my. The fans don't like that one, Trevor.
No, they do not.
Well, they saw the last push. The last push was on Snohomish. The first push was on Bellevue.
That was either a push or a playing without the stick call. Their pole lost the stick, and he was in the way of somebody else, but very well probably was a push from the last.
Teo bringing it down for Blue. See if they can get back up by 3 goals. 10-8. Time issue now. 8-13. Still
that was a
plenty.
good
That was
look
a
around.
good defensive move also there by 18. Preston Hancock, the sophomore.
Yeah, Bellevue needs to move that ball around just like they've been doing. Get Snohomish pulling out too far and working it around, getting to that open man.
Better put a heat check on Ritzer. Beckett, 50 in blue. He's got 4 goals. He camps out. Now he moves into the middle.
Snohomish is back to full strength now. They did a pretty good job at handling that man down situation. Let's see what they can do for the rest of the game here.
Teo thinks about it, gets doubled, now gets it back at X behind the cage.
Crowd's getting rowdy.
Yeah, they are. Richie, he's been relatively quiet for him, only 1 through tonight. They had some great assists. Great cross crease.
Oh,
That's off the pipe in the head.
Great save.
Unbelievable shot there by Carter Kaysen.
Cecita comes up with the ball.
Could that turn the worm here for the Panthers?
If I was Bellevue's coach, man, I'd be yelling at my kid for shooting overhand on the on crease right there. Shoot around the goalie, especially how big of a size he is. Shoot around him where he's not. That was a great skip lane too. Great pass.
Oh,
there it is. Capitalize.
Boston Cicada with his second tonight, and it couldn't be bigger. A 1-goal lead now for Bellevue. Let's take another look.
Yeah,
Snohomish wants it, man. They want it.
Yeah, they had them on their heels. They double teamed. They finally figured out how to get around that double team, leaving one guy open. I mean, there's nothing they can do on that. So they got to be careful on that double team. Snohomish is figuring it out.
Austin Cicada, one of the smallest guys on the field, but what a big stick he has right there.
Wheels and a stick.
Absolute low to high, a wanger.
Start calling him Theodore Roosevelt.
Okay, so different player out there. We got Sean Dillon, 5 in blue for the faceoff after Justin Lee went down, and
comes up with a win.
He comes up, but he's trail checked. He loses equipment, and it's a yard sale. Here comes Hudson for Snohomish, trying to tie this up.
They need to slow it down. They got time. They got time on their side. Take it slow.
6:18 left to go.
So there's the double team. They need to play the double team.
Yeah, Snohomish needs to value this ball now. Within 1 point, half the quarter gone. They got to chew up a minute or two with offense and get a goal and do it again. It's going to be simple as that.
Stanberry spins in through. There he shoots, and it's a great stop by Ohsman.
Doorstop save by the goalie.
Boy, he thought he had him right there on the doorstep, as you said, Eric. Point blank right outside the crease and couldn't get it. What a stop.
Great job by the goalie on Bellevue.
Under 6 to go here.
I mean, both goalies actually this whole entire game have done an excellent job stopping great shots, forcing hard angles.
Beckett Ritzer gets back on the field. Here's driving. 27 gets spun around. Jake Terry.
Oh, that's a sneaker.
And he puts it in.
He got it in there. They were ball watching. You'll see on the replay, they were kind of ball watching on that. He was in the crease just waiting. Great little pop and shot.
Nate Weingartner.
Here it is.
Second tonight.
Ball watching. He's right there, number 14. Boop. Can't be ball watching, especially not in the crease.
But that's a heck of a pass. That's a quick stick move. That's
quick stick.
Not much you can do there.
Nope.
And it's back up to a 2-goal difference, 11-9, 5:16 left to go in the game. Is Bellevue going to go back to back here to the state championship game?
We got an
Saturday.
illegal procedure on Bellevue. He went early. Got white ball.
Snohomish never giving up. They've come back a couple times. They got work to do here. Down 2.
Oh, Cecito
There's
got his
a
hands
Did he
free.
get it? Did he get it in? He did!
You got to play him tight. You don't play him tight, he's going to score like that every time. Great job switching hands.
Yeah, he went lefty, didn't he?
No, he went he went right to left. Right here, you'll watch it. Right, left, swing, shot.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Just outside the 20, Trevor. You got both sides. No weak hand for you, right?
Oh, for me, I don't know. I didn't quite get a left hand until I got out of high school, I'd say. But that was definitely a very impressive shot. The one thing I'm noticing though is number 3 got a bit frustrated on Bellevue there, kind of shaking his hands up in the air. And if I'm a coach for Snohomish, man, I'm capitalizing on that. As soon as you start to see the other team fold in the slightest, you got to capitalize. You got to keep grinding.
Justin Lee right back at the dot for Bellevue, and he shows why he is so good. He quickly gets it back to his
I think
goalie.
Snohomish should have gotten one. I think 7 went a little early on that. I saw a twitch. That might have been a missed call.
Hey, you need to come up here and replace your battery.
Bellevue in position here.
All right, no one do anything until we get Meldrum's battery.
Eric, I need that case that's underneath the bench there.
Richie back out. Now they're going to settle. Here's Beckett. Beckett's got 4 goals tonight for the Wolverines. Far side, now Patience. 4:17 left to go. Can they get back to Starfire Memorial Day weekend on a Saturday? It's a place they know very, very well.
Yeah, this is a tough spot for Bellevue. I think he wants to call a timeout, but I think he's only got 1 timeout left.
It's broken up. Panthers on it. 50-50 ball. Hudson with it. Now he loses it.
Snohomish called a timeout.
But it ends up in Grant Smith's stick.
All right.
And Task calls a timeout with 3:53 left to go.
Smart call.
A 1-goal game.
Yeah, let's see how the coach does here and gets his boys poised to attack.
It's nice that Sennheiser tells us what the battery is.
Oh my, hold on to your hats. We still got a lot of lacrosse to play with. Under 4 to go. 3:53. We'll get the timer correct here on your screen.
Oh, is the timer?
And
3:53.
The wind starts to kick up a little bit here, Eric Briggs.
Yep. Thank God I brought my jacket.
What a fantastic semifinal game.
Yeah, this is where the nerves in the season. You got 4 minutes left.
Wouldn't you say
what are you gonna do with it?
This is where experience comes in, Trevor, right?
This is situations like this is traditionally where the upperclassmen who might have been in this situation before or understand the pressure have to take over their team and be able to, get the kids all on the same track, not let the highs be too highs and the lows be too lows. Little shout out to Connor White there. He told me that phrase and I really love it. So the crowd is definitely getting rowdy. They need that. They need any momentum they can get.
Now, what do you think, Trevor or Eric? Trevor, are you setting up a specific play here coming out of the timeout if you're the Panthers?
Honestly, I wouldn't say a specific play necessarily. Just try to get some good matchups, some good moves, I guess. I don't necessarily write things up as plays unless it's, end line kind of situation. But they just need to be free flowing and keep doing what they're doing. I mean, they put up 10. They ain't doing nothing wrong. So hopefully they can keep going.
I agree with you. Coach Taff was telling that he just wants his boys to play their game, get the ball moving, look for the open, and make good shots and good passes. Well,
yeah, so right now, if you guys can't notice, Bellevue actually snapped into a zone coming out of that timeout to throw something off.
And the pass to Brody Strant was not one that was clean.
They got a loose ball push going White.
Yeah, it's going to stay.
Might have to come off his helmet.
His helmet came off.
They might make him come off the field for a play.
Was that Strant 9 or is that Hudson?
That was Hudson they were worried about with the helmet. But it looks like he's good.
So they're going back to zone now?
Yeah, it looks like they're in their zone. They might snap into man because Snohomish identified it, but we'll see here in a second. Nope, they're still going their zone.
Strant back out.
It's a pretty smart move by Bellevue. They've showed man defense the entire game. they call a timeout, and all of a sudden they give them a different look. This
Looks
might
like they're
be the
going
edge
man.
they need.
Yeah. Looks like they went back to man a little bit. No.
No, they're still going zone.
Oh, the pass is too hot to handle, and Stansberry can't bring it down. A costly turnover with 3:09 left to go.
Yeah, that's the beautiful thing about throwing in a zone for your arsenal there is in situations like this, you just toss it in while you're playing, throws them off.
Long pass and right there to you. Right back to Snohomish.
Snohomish has got to capitalize on this now. They got to capitalize on the other team's mistakes.
They do. They got to realize the zone is what it is. They got to just play outside. Don't.
What you want to see from Snohomish here is the same thing I was saying on the ride.
Yep.
You got to push in between two guys, make them both slide to you, and then throw it to where the slide came from. Oh.
Hard shot
That's
from
a
the
hard
left
angle.
corner. That is a tough angle for Hudson. Stays with Snohomish as Cash has it. Cash Jackson, he's got the hot hand. Give it out to Hudson. Ooh, tough pass. Just gets by. To Strand. Now Saceda. He's been mighty. Hudson thinks now.
That's a great.
No look pass.
Oh.
Great stop by Olsen.
Oh,
Push
they
back
rolled
the
it in.
rebound.
Unbelievable.
Strand with the garbage time rebound puts it in, but Liam, no, they're saying no.
Oh.
They're saying no goal.
Crease violation.
What happened, Trevor?
It looks like he called a crease violation. No goal, but man, that's Snohomish has got to be on one now, not letting them get that goal. They got to get that ball back now.
And now there's an official timeout.
That player went down hard.
They got a big hit in the midfield there on the
26.
ride.
Yeah. Rory Ritchie.
I can't wait. Maybe we can take a look at that while we have stoppage in play here to see on that goal. We have the privilege of. There's the shot.
Stop. I don't see. Oh, he might have fallen into the goal, number 9.
But on the night, yeah, that was after the goal.
After the goal? Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
Pushed at all?
He might have. There's a lot of bodies down there.
But if he got pushed,
But the
that
ball-
should be a goal.
Yeah,
No
the ball looks like it's going in before he actually lies into the crease.
Okay.
Snohomish fans not happy, as you can imagine. Bellevue now with under 2 to go.
So yeah, now you're gonna see a get it, keep it in, which happens to the team that's up when the goal point is 4 less. And so they pretty much have to keep the ball underneath the 30 and within the numbers. So there's lines on the outside and the top. If they get out at all, it's Snohomish's ball. One of the dumbest rules in lacrosse, I will say.
That's why they need to get a
in
clock.
what other sport do you penalize the team that's up? It just doesn't make sense.
It's got to be fair. Everything has to be fair.
But hopefully help out for Snohomish here.
I don't
Get the
know.
ball back.
Bellevue typically keeps it within the 30. They just need to move the ball around. Snohomish just needs to be aggressive here, I think.
Snohomish needs to start setting doubles. There
Yep.
it is. There we go.
Yep. I agree.
They get it back to Beckett. Ritzer with it.
Got to start sending doubles and lock off adjacents. They're getting the doubles there, but they got a 1-lane pass open right next to them. Like CU's number 17, right?
Yep.
To be open.
They got to be
Gotta
careful.
lock off adjacents.
That's how Bellevue gets their goals, is that open man.
Oh, there's a big hit. Pushes it out. It's going to stay Bellevue ball.
55 seconds. Yeah, Snohomish needs to step it up here.
Luke Sage doing his best to try and get the turnover. And there's a big hit. Ball's down, but nobody's going after it. Bellevue comes up with it. Now people are hitting hard after the whistle.
Not sure what that call is.
Vaughn
They called the timeout.
Eder. Bellevue calls a timeout.
That's his last timeout.
We did
47
get
seconds.
timeout
Let's
from
see,
Bellevue.
with 47 seconds left, see if we can take a look at that play one more time, Todd. Todd Elvig, our executive producer, 5-tool player, running the board tonight.
Here, I'll slow it down.
Yeah.
And we'll try and see if we can get a
watch Brody.
slow-mo.
Yeah, watch Brody, number 9. I think he falls in. So he takes the shot there, goes goalie save, and then he's diving right there. He's not pushed, but he falls into the goal just as the ball goes in. So he can't tell whether he's in the crease before or after the ball goes in. So it's got to be a ref decision, and the ref made the call.
To the ref's fairness, again, Trevor, you're not up here and you can't see the replay. He was on it. The ref was on it, and he was adamant and confident. He made the call right away.
Watched it the entire time.
Yeah.
So I think, it's just a timing thing. Brody just fell into the goal, into the crease, just as the ball goes into the goal. So right there, boom.
Yeah, his
he
knee
falls in the crease, and then the ball goes in. So I think it's a good call by the ref.
Yeah, that's the one thing you can't do is unless you physically get pushed, shoved in some way, you cannot run through that crease even after the ball gets scored for situations like that. You never know. You got to stay safe rather than sorry.
47 seconds, 1 goal. They were tied at 5 at halftime.
So both coaches said pretty much nothing's guaranteed. Leave it all on the field. Let's see how that pep talk at the timeout worked for Snohomish and Bellevue.
Gonna put it in Beckett Ritzer's hands.
Yeah, Snohomish has 45 seconds to do something they've never done before.
Oh, there's a cramp.
Uh-oh.
Oh, my goodness. Did he cramp up? I hope that's Derek Johansson, number 8.
Working all game. Somebody get the mustard.
Yeah, there you go. Get the pickle juice. That's right, the mustard and the pickle juice on a kind of a brisk evening here. Should have good weather Saturday for, just a reminder, on STSPN. We've got a full day on the network of boys high school championship state championship lacrosse. 3A championship at 10:30 a.m., 1:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 4A championship, and then at 4:30 the 1A 2A championship, and we end the day right here in STSPN with the private school championship. We already know that's O'Day and Seattle Prep at 7:30 p.m. live, all streamed live for STSPN.
It's a long day.
That is a long
But
day
it's
for the crew.
Best campus, the Starfire campus. I mean, if you love lacrosse, it doesn't matter what team's out there. Come on out, watch the games, watch the boys play. It's amazing. It's never a dull moment, and a beautiful campus.
Such it'd be nice if they got the scoreboard working.
Yeah, the scoreboard's not working, and good clapping there. We're happy to see Zarek up, the junior defender. He has played hard tonight.
Shout out to Snowlax.
Absolutely. Thank you to the Snohomish boys lacrosse, Snowlax, for making this possible here and bringing STSPN in tonight and able to broadcast the game.
And just from my coaches group chat, you guys were talking about this weekend, and it sounds like in the 4A division, we're going to have Mount Si against Eastlake. I'm not 100% sure on the Eastlake part, but I did know Mount Si beat Curtis in overtime just now.
Oh, wow.
In overtime.
Great
Curtis,
call.
Yeah, Curtis was a tough team. And Mount Si is always a great lacrosse program.
We'll have all the links up tomorrow.
Oh, actually, I correct myself. Mount Si won in double overtime.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
That's a nail biter.
That is unbelievable. Double OT, Mount Si. Eastlake, did you say, Trevor?
There's a good chance it's Eastlake, but Eastlake beat Bothell. So it looks like we're looking at Eastlake and Mount Si for the 4A
That's going to be a
state
great 4A state championship game.
All right, here we go. Let's see. Hopefully that
See, we can get overtime.
Hopefully that cramp didn't cause Snohomish to calm down a little bit. Hopefully they can ride this wave. They got juice. They got energy.
Yeah, Snohomish hasn't been to the championships since 2012 with Coach Cote. Shout out to Coach Cote and the 2012 Snohomish Panthers when they won the championship against, I believe, it was Garfield.
Outstanding. So we have Briggsy here. Briggs, our historian.
I didn't even know Snohomish made it to a state.
That's the crack research team we have here at STSPN.
I like it.
Yeah.
So Snohomish with one last chance here. 41 seconds. Bellevue with the ball. Far left side. It's tipped.
Nice tip. Oh, got it back.
But he got it.
Bellevue, number 50 is forced to reckon with.
Beckett Ritzer, he has had a night. Still going backwards, forward. No shot clock. Time a-ticking. He gets it back off.
They got to start hard double team here.
Yeah, they're pulling their goalie out now so they can have 7 on defense.
16 seconds left.
Oh, they got it.
They got the ball.
They threw it away,
deep.
though. They threw it away.
He threw it deep. And now he's just going to launch it with 6 seconds. And it's going to be Snohomish ball with 6 seconds left.
If Bellevue's smart, they're just going to ride a deep zone, maybe even drop all the way back into defense right now.
I would literally drop all the way back into
There's
defense.
a high fly ball. Hail Mary still down in the field. It goes out, and that's it.
game.
That's the time. And the Bellevue Wolverines are going back to Tequila for another try at a 3A state championship.
Yeah, congratulations to Coach Andy Matthews and his coaches and his team. The nail-biter game coming down to the last few seconds.
All right, Trevor, we're going to do a player of the game. We didn't tell you about this, but you're going to have a little chat with our player of the game. I got to go for Bellevue. I got to go with Beckett Ritzer, number 50 in blue.
I got to agree with that. He was all over the field. He's a tough competitor. He's, we've called his name out in championships last year.
Yeah, he is just still a youngster. No, we didn't call him out last year because he's a freshman this year.
That's okay.
Beckett Ritzer. There's a lot of Ritzers.
There was another 50 then that we were calling out last year.
Yeah.
So he just picked up the number and kept it going.
Trevor, if you can if you don't mind going and grabbing number 50 in blue, and we'll have a quick chat, our STSPN player of the game. And a big congratulations to Bellevue, but let's give it up for the Snohomish Panthers as they go through the line here. What a tremendous season and what an effort here tonight.
They did leave it all out in the field. That's what the coach wanted them to do, and that's exactly what they did. They should not hang their heads down. That was a tough game. It's tough to lose by one, but, I mean, my gosh, they played lights out. If they would have just kept a little bit more of their possessions, handled the rock a little bit better, I think this would have been a different outcome.
Go out in the field and grab them as they come.
You got to go grab them.
What's his what was his
50?
stats today?
Number 50. He's got 4 goals. Beckett Ritzer, 4.
Just 4 goals, no assists.
I don't have his assists.
Yeah, all right, sounds good. I remember we guys used to do T-shirts.
Yeah, we don't.
No longer.
Yeah, no,
all right, no worries.
That
no
didn't
worries.
make the shipment today.
All right.
He's got
4
11
goals.
Yeah, and he's got 11 goals overall in the season, 7 assists. 2 points a game. So he's doubled he's increased his average there.
Beckett
Ritzer, 50. Give Beckett.
You got player of the game. You got a second?
Hey, have him look over here, Trevor.
All right, so if you can see
you
right
go.
there, guy waving his hand camera, those will be the camera looking at you. So I got Beckett Ritzer. Is that how you say your name? Beckett Ritzer, 4 goals. Had a hell of a game. What was going through your head while you're out there, man? What was going through your head in that 4th quarter?
I mean, just got to get the job done.
Yeah.
Win or go home.
Yeah, absolutely. Were you guys all telling each other, share the rock, make sure everybody gets some love, don't try doing any hero ball kind of stuff?
Sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Good. How are you feeling shooting against the guy? What was your mentality going? Were you trying to play with him or just no-brained it, just shoot it?
I mean, I just felt the opportunity. I just got to shoot it.
No, you had great looks, man. You had a great game. Good luck on Saturday. Way to get it done here. Good job, man.
All right, our STSPN player of the game,
Trevor.
Beckett Ritzer. Great job, Trevor.
Thank you. Never done one of them before.
We threw you into the fire.
Freshman. I mean, I thought he was
He's a
the
baby.
50 from last year.
He's a diaper dandy.
Yeah.
Dude, I was hoping Snohomish would have won it because I would have loved that interview with that goalie. I think he would have been
he was
a no-brainer.
He was Grayson Schroeder. Here's the good news if you're a Snohomish Panther fan. Again, Brody Strand is a senior, but all these other guys are juniors, sophomores,
14
freshmen.
juniors, 8 sophomores, 3 freshmen.
There you go.
Super young team. Just like our boys in blue too. Don't forget about GP.
Yeah.
Young team. They're gonna
young team.
Only really losing, 1, 2. We're technically 3 guys, but very young team as well.
Yeah,
so.
very young and talented team.
Very on both sides, us and Snohomish.
Well, congratulations both to Coach Robert Taft and the Snohomish team for an awesome season, and congratulations to Andy Matthews and the Bellevue team, and wishing them well in their championship playoff game.
We'll see them Saturday.
Yep.
And we'll see who they take on, if it's Mercer Island or Ballard. But for everybody here on STSPN's huge staff, Todd Elviger, executive producer, 5-tool player. Big shout out to Sarah Elvig coming down tonight running camera. And for you, Eric Briggs, thanks for coming down, buddy.
Thanks for having me as always. I appreciate it.
And Trevor, outstanding work, my friend.
Oh, I appreciate it.
You might have put me out of a job.
Scott Ohsman saying, so long. Bellevue wins 11-10. Good night, everybody.